that means is that you're getting the lowest price you're going to see for the next 3 months. And the fact is, you're getting a lot of these. You're getting a dozen. Oh, that right there. That looks so good. It sure does. But here's what you need to know. These come to us from Kansas City Steak Company. That is a company that's been in business since 1932. It is a company that that takes it out there to the white tablecloth restaurants. Sorry, still working on that.
No, it's okay, no worries. White linen tablecloth, restaurant quality that you can put on your table. And this particular offer, I'm going to switch sides, Ralph.
Okay, no problem.
Is giving you the 4 ounces, which is, I think, the perfect portion size.
Yes.
You're going to get 12 of them. It works out to be about $7.50 per steak. And think about the last time you went to a steakhouse and ordered a topped sirloin. How much was it? I'm sure it wasn't $7.50. So Ralph Pallarino is the chef and expert for our Kansas City Steak Company, and again does such a great job for us.
Thank you. Yeah.
This is top sirloin. So talk to us about that, if you would.
First of all, let's touch on the size.
Okay.
Because the last time we had the 4 ounces, we only had them once, sold out.
Okay.
And I begged, I said, this is that perfect size for people who want just a little bit of steak, that petite filet, so to speak, right? And I mentioned filet, before I forget. What is a top sirloin? A top sirloin is a cross between a filet mignon and a New York strip. So those two steaks happen to be a little bit on the pricey side, and something we can't have every day. So I call this the everyday steak, because you get what you need and it satisfies that filet mignon, that tenderness, right? And again, top sirloin. It's not sirloin. Let's make that clear, because me and you, growing up, right, we've had sirloin, very inexpensive.
You got to chew with the side of your teeth,
exactly. This sits on top of the sirloin. And this, like I said, is the second most tender cut of meat on the steer.
Okay.
Okay.
So once again, you're getting 12 of them plus the seasoning. This could be an everyday steak. You can make cheese steaks, put it on a salad, use it as your main course. A 4-ounce portion is the perfect size. Want to talk about how they come and some ideas and ways to prepare them. They're going to come individually. Oops, flash frozen. Sorry.
That's a 2-roll pack.
You're going to get your seasoning, and you also get the preparation guide, so all the things that you need to understand and know exactly how to cook them perfectly.
That's right.
But this is going to be, again, in time for the Labor Day holiday, if you place your order for this now. So here's the deal. Price on this, again, just like our other item, the Poppy, goes up at the end of the show. So you'll want to get this now. And now we have fewer than 1,000 remaining at this one-time only price.
And you know what? What's really great about it is that price, as you were talking about. Thank you, Jane. And that is that you're getting a dozen of these for less than $90. And when you think about that, I mean, that's $20 first, less than QVC's price. But also, of course, the fact that you're paying about $7, $8 a steak. And really, truly, a lot of people love their steak, but I love that it's actually done in such a beautiful portion, and that's so great. I'll tell you what, Kansas City Steak Company, they're known. You're making us hungry.
What am I doing? I'm not doing anything. You were talking. Jane and I were just having fun, okay?
I know it. You're making your own little tacos.
Little steak
I love
taco.
it. But it just shows you how even one steak could feed 2 or 3 people if you are slicing it up.
I love the carving board with this kind of steak.
So we love that. We'll put this, where should we put this?
Does it matter if we make them medium rare or medium well?
I love that question. Okay, so first of all, if you
Cut
like
that in half for me, please.
Absolutely. You want this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks. Thank you.
You may want to.
Thank you.
Everybody's like, not right now.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, make it small. Let me maybe cut this again.
If I take a bite, I'm not going to talk. That's
But you know what's funny about Mary Beth? As she was choking, she was holding the egg roll. Like, she said, you know what? If I stop choking, I'm eating this. I'm going to eat it.
Oh,
I'm gonna
exactly.
Eat it. I was like, that is a trooper.
It just went down the windpipe instead of the other one.
Okay, so question.
Yeah.
Is it okay to cook these medium, or medium? Okay,
Yeah.
great. So I know people like their meat medium well.
Yes.
With this particular steak, I'm going to say, if you want how I really feel,
Yes.
medium or medium rare.
I agree.
Past that,
I
I
agree.
feel like it's going to dry out a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though these are heavily marbled, but keep in
Right.
mind, it's a lean steak.
It
Treat
is.
it like a filet mignon.
Right.
What
Yeah.
happens with a filet mignon after a certain point?
Right.
It's going to not be.
It turns into
Right.
rubber. And honestly, the
Yeah.
good thing about it, it'll only take a couple of minutes to cook this on each side.
That's just it.
They're perfect
Super
size for
easy.
something really quick and easy. I love that you did this in the Le Creuset.
Yep.
I do mine in the Le Creuset on the stovetop with some mushrooms. You might want to
Yes.
put a little beef stock or butter in there, some
Yes.
rosemary or thyme, and
Yeah.
then take it off after you brown it and put it in the oven and let it finish off for
That's
2
a
or
good
3
idea.
minutes.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Since we're sharing ideas,
Yes.
I have an idea.
Real
You go.
quick,
Yeah,
I've
go,
got
do it.
one
Do your
quick thing I
yeah.
want to say, and that is 800 sets left.
Oh, boy.
And this price goes up in less than an hour. So you have to decide this hour to be able to get these. And again, you're getting a dozen, and they're individually packaged. Is that right?
Yeah, you get 2 to a pack.
2 to a pack,
Yeah,
so
and-
6 packages.
And let's talk about the size. Again, we've only had, this is our top selling steak, 4 ounces once.
Oh, wow.
Because it's hard to cut 4 ounces.
Right,
Because
I
we're
see.
cutting and cutting for restaurants. To get a 4 ounce top sirloin, it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. So
Right.
trust me, if you like the ounce size,
Yeah.
this is your day.
It's
Because
so
I'm actually a little
good.
surprised
I do
myself.
too. I like it.
Yeah,
I think this
exactly.
is good.
It's just enough. And guess what?
It
If someone's
is
so
just
hungry,
enough.
just
Yeah.
eat 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Just eat
I know,
2.
right?
It's
That's
okay.
just it. If you've got a spouse that says, well, I want more than
I
that.
want more than that.
Okay,
Yeah.
make 2.
But by the time you put the sides, your salad,
Yes.
your
Yeah.
mashed potatoes, rice
Yeah.
or broccoli, whatever, you don't need a whole lot
Yeah,
more.
and eat your beef, enjoy your beef, get best beef. You know, if you're gonna have beef and you're gonna have red meat, then make sure you're getting really good red meat,
Yeah.
and that's what this is.
It's good
and
flavor.
that's really what Kansas City Steak Company is known for.
I'm going to
is-
go out on a limb too and
Go
say
ahead.
I
Yeah.
think that this has even a little richer flavor than a tenderloin.
Actually, it does because it's a cross between a New York strip steak.
Right.
So you get a little
it
bit
has
of
a little
edginess.
bit of a
A little bit of something, yeah. You want to finish my salad here with
Yeah.
some balsamic.
Oh, I can.
And since we're sharing tips on how to cook these, I love to take 1 or 2 of these, onions, jalapenos, French fries. Give yourself some frozen French fries, right? Put them all in the air fryer together.
What?
So yes. So collectively,
Wow.
all the items that I mentioned will
Yeah.
benefit from all those flavors.
Yeah.
So you put them in the air fryer. You know, you got your basket.
Yeah.
A little bit. I always have the sprayer. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just put them 16 minutes.
Little
all
easy,
together, you have steak frites and then those onions and jalapenos. Let me tell
Oh
you.
my gosh, that's
Wow.
a really good idea.
So just a fun idea, yeah. So
Here's one quick thing I will say too, is that we got that Ninja wood fire grill, which
Oh,
is
good for
has
you.
the
Did you
both
really?
the grill. Oh, I'm telling you, you use it almost every single day.
Good for you.
It's so good, but you can do the grill or the griddle.
Yeah.
And you take these out, thaw them ahead of time, and then I always like to get my steaks to almost what I call room temperature kind of thing, because then they cook fast, and you also get that medium rare. We like more medium rare, and you throw those on that grill or that griddle, and I'm telling you, in 4 minutes, those babies are done, and you're eating them. They're hot, they're juicy, they're so flavorful and tender. But I have to say real quick, it is great to have this portion. You know, a lot of times people say, well, you shouldn't eat so much red meat. Well, let me tell you, you can eat your red meat. It's just all in what you're eating and how much you're eating. And they say, whatever fits in the palm of your hand is what your portion should be.
Yeah.
And these are even just right there on the palm of your hand. That's what I love about that size.
yeah,
It
and
really
again,
makes it good.
you're right. So 2 to a pack. And if we kind of zoom in here, I want people to see some of the marbling here, okay?
Yeah.
Let me just check that out. Okay?
There's the flavor.
There's the marbling, right? Now this is an extra
Beautiful.
lean steak, treat it
Right.
like a filet mignon. You got the marbling, those white lines, they will actually melt. They'll self-baste that steak. And like you said, this has a little bit of edge to it. It's
Yeah.
a little bit tastier than a filet
It
mignon.
does have a little bit more flavor.
But this is your everyday steak. You have it in the freezer, and you could do anything with it and not feel guilty.
right.
That's the key.
I love that. And
That's
at
so good.
$7.50 a plate,
Exactly.
I mean, that is a really good price for a steak. I mean, if it was on
Yeah.
the specials menu at the
Exactly.
steakhouse, it wouldn't be
no.
$7.50.
it wouldn't even be double that price,
Right.
probably. It'd
wanna
be
hear a
even more
secret?
than that.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to let you know. More than half of our quantity is already gone. Fewer than 700 remain, and you can see right here, it's one of the most recommended brands at QVC.
How many nominations for this year?
4 or 5, I believe.
4, 5, 6.
6.
Yeah, 6 nominations
I'm trying to
this
be
year.
Nice.
Just in our Customer Choice Food Awards. And you can't vote anymore. The voting is closed. We'll announce the winners probably in a few weeks. But the fact is that, like I said, just to have this in your freezer, ready to go when you have that, what I call a hankering for a steak.
That's
Yes.
right.
You want to be able to have those steaks, enjoy them, eat them, whatever you're going to do with them. You know, one other thing I'll just say real quick. I love to make a beef stroganoff, and it's kind of almost like a Swedish beef stroganoff, and you can use hamburger, but that's kind of like, you know, so. If you use a steak like this and you cut it up in those slices and you put it with a beef stroganoff over an egg noodle dish, it's so yummy. I mean, that's what these are great for.
Yeah, and I'll tell you a secret about the steakhouses, okay?
Okay.
So they love this steak because they make lots of money on this steak. Like you said, they charge you know, a good amount of money for a top sirloin because it makes them money because it's an inexpensive cut of meat.
Yeah.
But it's so rich, and when you know, like I'm telling you, that it's filet mignon and New York strip, it's that steak you want to have in your freezer every day of the week. Do whatever you want with it. It's really a nice everyday steak.
But here's the thing, you're only going to get this price for the next 50 minutes, 50. 50 minutes, you can get this price. After that, forget it. You're going to go up to $109 for all 12 of these.
Whoa.
You're not getting 6 or 8 or even 10. You're getting 12 of them. They're the 4-ounce size, so they're a nice size. And I also want to remind you, too, that this is the lowest price you're going to see anytime within the next 3 months. So think about that. September, October, November. That's why you want to get these. Less than half of our quantity remains. 600 sets remain, so get it while you can. Ralph, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.